We will now call the meeting to order. Can I have the city town clerk take a roll?
Sin,
Here.
Douglas, Hurt,
Present.
Rodriguez,
Here.
Singh,
Here.
Rodriguez,
Here.
Ross,
Here.
Pupo,
Here.
Decker, Festa,
Here.
Haywood, Antunes,
Here.
Santana,
Here.
Acosta, Santiago,
Present.
Cuerpo,
Presente.
Ortiz,
Here.
Cola,
Present.
Edwards,
Here.
Clyburn, Winter,
Present.
Morrison,
Here.
Walker Myers,
Here.
Hamilton,
Present.
Marchand, Hakeem,
Here. Present.
Furlow,
Present.
Marks, Wingate,
Here.
Smith.
I would like to announce that order from Ward 14 has joined us. A quorum has been established. We'll now have divine guidance from order from Ward 1.
Thank you, Madam President, and good evening, colleagues. 2 weeks ago, our community and our country turned out in record numbers to elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as the next president and vice president of the United States. For the past 4 years, we've seen our federal government turn its back on diverse urban communities like New Haven, catering to the wealthy, discriminating against Black, Latino, Asian, and Native Americans, and failing to confront this deadly pandemic that is again spreading rapidly across the country. I'm deeply grateful to the community activists, union organizers, local party officials, and everyday people who put in the work to make sure this election went the way our families in New Haven needed it to go. Even with this election behind us, though, we cannot afford to rest. Undoing the devastating policies of the past 4 years and ending this pandemic will take time. Thankfully, we have a strong team here in City Hall and in our state and congressional delegations who are ready to do that work. But we must not forget that just getting back to normal, just getting back to how things were in 2016 or 2012 or 2008 won't cut it. For the people in this city, the people we represent, we need a new normal. We need a new normal where one job is enough to provide a good life for you and your family. We need a new normal where our wealthy institutions fulfill their obligations to the communities that have given them so much. We need a new normal where we don't constantly lose our family members and neighbors to gun violence, addiction, and mental health challenges. We need a new normal where we see every member of our community as family and as equally worth fighting for. Tonight, and as we move forward, let's hope, pray, and work to make that new normal a reality. Thank you.
Alders from Ward 2, Ward 28 has joined us. Ms. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President, and good evening. I move approval of the Journal of the November 5th, 2020 Board of Alders meeting.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. Are there any corrections to the journal? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. Ms. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask unanimous consent on item number 1 from Tax Collector Order of Tax Refunds, November 16, 2020.
Second.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. Ms. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask unanimous consent on item number 2 from the Chief of Police submitting a resolution of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven, authorizing the mayor of the City of New Haven to submit an application to the State of Connecticut Office of Policy and Management in an amount not to exceed $250,000 to provide overtime for COVID-19 mitigation and response efforts, including violent crime reduction, and to accept such funds and to execute all documents and contracts as necessary.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Mr. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 12.
Thank you, Madam President. This grant is for some funds, the $250,000 to be used for both police and Project Longevity. The reason it's on UC is because it was sent to the police department only a week prior to its due date. So it had to be done in a timely fashion. I encourage all our colleagues to support it. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. Ms. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Under communications, I note items 3 through 9. Under first readings, I note items 10 through 12. Bringing us to second readings, and under second readings, I move items 13, A through E, all diplomatic affairs favorable. A, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Judith Rothschild to the Lead Poisoning Advisory Committee. B, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Rebecca Corbett to the Affordable Housing Commission. C, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Claudette Kidd to the Affordable Housing Commission. D, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Ebony McLeese to the Affordable Housing Commission. And E, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Norman Forrester to the Parking Authority.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. Call on order from Ward 13.
Thank you, Madam President. On October 26, 2020, the Aldermanic Affairs Committee met, and we would like to favorably recommend the appointees A through E. The appointees who were required attended the meeting and spoke before the committee. The committee favorably recommends these appointees. I urge colleagues to vote favorably to support these appointees. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. Ms. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Under legislation, I move item 14A, legislation favorable. A, order to read and file the communication from David Crombie concerning the firefighters retiring prior to hearings on bad behavior.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 27.
Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, October 6, 2020, the Legislation Committee met, and we would like to recommend this item be read and filed. I urge colleagues to vote favorably to read and file this item. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none. All in favor of giving this item a read and file, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. Ms. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing under 14, legislation favorable, I move 14B, ordinance amendment to the New Haven Code of Ordinances of the City of New Haven to amend the zoning map to designate 455 Greenwich Avenue as part of the BA zone.
Second.
The item has been moved second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 27.
Thank you, Madam President. On Thursday, October 29th, the Legislation Committee met, and we would like to favorably amend or recommend this item. This zoning amendment will allow the potential buyer of this parcel to proceed with his plans to build a mixed-use building. He plans to build a commercial kitchen on the first floor and 2 affordable housing units on the second floor. Since this lot is abutting a BA zone, it is reasonable to rezone this lot to a commercial zoning district to bring it into conformity with the area. I urge colleagues to vote favorably to support this item. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, this is an ordinance amendment. I have the city town clerk take the roll.
Saban,
Yes.
Douglas,
Yes.
Hurt,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Roth,
Yes.
Lupo,
Yes.
Decker, Festa,
Yes.
Haywood, Antunes,
Yes.
Santana,
yes,
Costa,
Yes.
Santiago,
Yes.
Crespo,
Aye.
Ortiz,
Yes.
Nicola,
Yes.
Edwards,
Yes.
Clyburn, Winter,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Walkers,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Rakeem,
Yes.
Pearl,
Yes.
Marks,
Yes.
Gate, Smith.
Is there anyone who haven't voted wouldn't vote? Is there anyone who have voted wishing to change their vote? Seeing none, the item passed. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. We're going to pass over item 14C just to make a minor amendment and change. I move items 15A through C, tax abatement favorable. A, order of the New Haven Board of Alders concerning 180 Center Street, Corp. Tax abatement request for account number 10568. B, order of the New Haven Board of Alders concerning 300 East Street LLC tax abatement request for account number 10590. And C, order abating, deferring collection of real property taxes due from Robert Castillo on his residence for grand list of 2019.
Second.
The items have been moved in second. Discussion. I call order from Ward 16.
Thank you, Madam President. Item A, 180 Center Street is a tax-exempt organization who purchased a property at 438 East Street in 2019. The Tax Abatement Committee heard their request for help at the October 27th meeting, and we voted to reduce the outstanding taxes to $4,661.16 and forgive the interest. I'm asking the board, and I urge the board to approve this. On item B, 300 East Street LLC, it is in a targeted investment area, and due to the change of accountant, they failed to file their N55 on time. And given that, the tax abatement listened to their argument, and they requested for assistance the same date as the previous matter, which is October 27th. What we decided to do was to reduce their taxes to $8,701.23 and forgive the interest. I also urge the approval for this item. Combined, these items are going to bring a total of taxes of $13,362.39. Now for the final item, item C, Mr. Castillo has been granted a tax abatement prior, and he still meets the requirements for this particular program. And the tax abatement also heard this particular item on October 27th, and we voted to approve the request once again. I also ask for the board to approve. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. And before a motion to adjourn is appropriate, I'd like to ask everyone to please take a moment of silence for Alderman Gates' brother. Thank you. And now I will take points of personal privilege, and I will call on order from Ward 20. Order from Ward 22.
Thank you, Madam President. I just stand to congratulate my sorority sister, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, on her election. And she's also a fellow HBCU alum. She went to Howard University. I went to Morgan State University. So when I see her, that's just a picture of the sky is the limit for all women. And so I am just so proud. And, you know, as a member of the Black and Hispanic Caucus, one of the programs that we continue to push is the to support young people attending HBCUs. Because when you look at the Vice President-elect, she's a bright byproduct of an HBCU. And so that just speaks volumes. So I just wanted to congratulate my sorority sister, a wonderful member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and thank you.
Are there any more points of personal privilege? I call on order from Ward 10.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want everyone to know to save the date for Tuesday, November 24th from 12 to 6 p.m. There will be a turkey drive at John C. Daniels School on Congress Avenue, teaming up with some community members in raising some funds as well as turkeys. I can send out information to my colleagues, but the main if people are interested in donating turkeys, they should contact Robert at Ferraro's and just donate through them, which is the easiest thing. We're trying to feed 1,000 families. So everyone's cooperation and Thanksgiving would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, Madam President.
Are there any more points of personal privilege? Call on order from Ward 28.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I would like to make an announcement about the holiday event this year for our coats giveaway in Gulf Street Park. Please say the date. We will be following the COVID protocol. Everything will be, passed on in a very safe way. But we know the need is great because of, to see a tough economy. So we will be giving out coats again. And a new thing that we'll be doing this year is giving out fresh cut Christmas trees. Yes, so if you know someone in need, please forward them to me. We're going to try to give them all away out in the park. But the date again is December 6th, 4 p.m. in the park. Thank you so much.
Are there any more points of personal privilege? Okay, I just want to say, everybody, please continue to be safe. We all know that we're seeing an uptick in COVID-19. We need to continue wearing our masks, keeping 6 feet distance, and sanitizing our hands. It's really important. And I think that, especially since that the holiday is coming up, and I know people really want to spend the holidays with their family because it's been a real rough 2020. I'm a family person, and I do too. I think it's really important that we adhere to the restrictions that's in place, because it's going to be really important that we look out and we save our own families and we not congregate this year. So let's do some things. Let's do it virtually through Zoom or whatever other platform that we have to do it under. But let's try to be safe. So I would like to note for record that Order from Ward 20 has joined us. Has joined us. And if there is not anything else, motion to adjourn is appropriate.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and second. Everyone that would like to adjourn, say aye.
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 Good night and be safe.
Thank you.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Stop. Okay. Here.
Right there, next one, right there. And this,
This,
far,
this.
is an arrow drop down on that?